So I will tell you something about me. I am known to be late. Yes, it is an issue I have. I'm getting better at that. So I'm here. I hope you're all ready for this. Anyway, hello. So I'm going to be doing some tarot. If you're interested in my readings, you can subscribe to me. I think it's like $2.99 on TikTok. And it will actually give you access to my lives that will be only for subscribers. And I will do questions and answer questions through my tarot readings and any thing that comes through from spirit, from me. I send you all light and love, clarity and peace. And I pray for all of you and be blessed. And I ask for protection from Jesus, from my guardian angels, for us to give you clarity. This will be for anyone that could relate to my readings. If it doesn't resonate, then it just might not be the time for it to happen, because this is going to be a September reading, and I'm going to start with Aries. Okay, I will be doing some topics in between my zodiac signs. I like to do readings on love and relationships. I find that to be usually what I can connect to the best at. So in each reading with zodiac signs, it's going to relate to different people. It could be a best friend, a father, mother, your son, your child, your pet. It could be about the person you want to be with. It could be about yourself. And it could be about the person you have interest in of love, okay? And the topic I definitely want to go over with you guys in this reading, in this live, will be about birth charts, because I find that once you understand astrology, which this does connect to astrology, which is really interesting, I find everything to be energy, and we are all connected, and things are all meant to be for reasons, okay? The zodiac signs are going to be used because I feel that it will help me be able to generate and connect to a lot more people out there than doing personalized, or which I can't. I just don't have time for it. So I want to just do that. I always will make time for those who would like a personal reading. I will try. And anyways, the birth chart, if you learn how to use a birth chart, you can actually get more out of your readings. So here we go. I'm going to start with Aries again. Like I said, I'm going to use my dice. Clearing the energies, please. This is going to be for Aries energy for September 2025. Can you please give me a reading of love and relationships and energies of what's going to happen in September for Aries? All right, so there's a lot of different ways to look at this, but what I do see is that there's conflict in a home, or in a masculine energy, or in an establishment structure, okay? And it's maybe from game playing, competition, sports could be involved with this as well, okay? And that's how the September month will start for Aries. Now, this also has victory, though. This also can be giving in passion and ideas and vision towards a marriage. So there's conflict, it looks like, Aries, that you possibly could have in September, whether that's with another person with you or within yourself, but you're going to have that. It could be also rivalry between two different masculines or two different homes, two different ways of celebrating something. You might have two birthdays in 1 month that you have to handle, Aries. One will be conflict and one will have like rivalry and competition, and then the other one will actually be victory. Okay, that could be another way of looking at it, Aries. Okay, here you go. I'm going to keep connecting to that for Aries. I'm going to use these. Okay, I'm going to clear the energies first. Hello, everybody. I'm going to try to download this, and maybe I could be where I can actually replay it. So if you missed this live, maybe you can come back on my page and look at it again. Okay, that shot out. There's something about this, so it could be a star. It could be something you wished upon that's going to happen in September. You can have Aquarius in your chart, or someone is Aquarius. There's that Four of Pentacles. Can you see the four? Four of Pentacles. Remember I was saying four? Two fours? Two fours make 8. That's Trinity, Infinity. A loop around. This can go forever. You might be dealing with a twin flame connection, which, if you don't believe in twin flames, that's totally fine. Look at what was on the bottom of the deck. 4 of Wands. 4, 4. What? Oh my gosh. I'm going to stop right there, maybe. Let's just see what that says. Okay. So, I have 2 queens, by the way. 2 queens is rivalry. You might have somebody competing against your love. Maybe there is competition. There is, whether within yourself or you're making it happen, or you just have jealous people. Aries, in love, in September, in relationships, there's going to be 2 different types of feminine energies that have rivalry. It could be rivalry, but it's about a celebration or a wedding or a happy home. Someone doesn't want to pay for it. Someone doesn't want to put time and effort into the idea of a home or a family. There's a soulmate involved, though. So someone gets really serious about like either a pet or soulmate, a sister, a brother. But there's a new beginning of passion. That might be what is rivaled about. That may be what is being fought about, is because actually you might find yourself have a new beginning of passion in someone, and it's going to cause someone else, whether it's your mother or a mother or a person of interest of you in love as well. And it could be a family too. So going back to this, it could be, I mean, I don't have to be just talking about a guy or a girl that you love, Aries. This could be also about family, a home, structure, you know, how it needs to be. Because I see the Emperor, and this is also Aries energy. So if that's you, Aries, that is applying that to this, you're going to cause some ruckus with your new beginning of passion. And a soulmate's involved, you know, a friend. Maybe someone doesn't believe that you only have feelings for a friend because they see it more. But you're holding your ground. You're going to stand your ground. Okay, someone's going to stand their ground about what makes them happy of a home and family. And this could be a long-lasting thing forever. As for, you could fight about this with 2 different people. You can deal with someone that has two different faces in an energy in September if you want to. Start a new beginning of passion and intimacy with them if you want to. But you might have a runaround over and over again of, yes, there needs to be marriage, or there is idea of a happy home or celebration or party, but someone still holds their ground. Like either they don't want to be a part of it, they don't want to involve themselves with it, or they are penny pinching or keeping what they have as their well-being back from what could be a wedding or a marriage or a celebration. It's something that someone wished for a long time though. There could be a star involved, a celebrity even. Interesting. The Emperor is an energy of masculine, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a woman or a man. You could be the Emperor even as a feminine. You could be the one that has your enterprise and you have control and you don't use your emotions, but there is someone that you do love or connected to your relationships that does nurture and that can make you become logical and sharp and kind of quick on the mouth and the tongue about your soulmate, about your child, about your mom and dad, about however way you feel about a friend. So maybe that brings a new beginning of passion. The subconscious is about that. A new creative idea, a new vision, something that you want to have happen, that you want to create. Okay, so that's something, Aries, right there. That will be something to look forward to in love and relationships, Aries, in September. You might be in love and relationships watching a celebrity go through this stuff, okay? That's another way of looking at it. I just want to get a little bit more connection to this. So Aries energy, please, for love and relationships for September. What does Aries energy need to know that will be happening in September 2025 for love and relationships, Aries? This is something that could be haunting from your past, okay? Look for the lovely. Name the demons. Somebody, you could be like from the past with maybe someone that you're connected to still emotionally, even if they're not in your life, okay? The healing heart is healing from figuring out what is the name, getting to the source of the issues of within themselves to become more authentic, maybe. Maybe that's what you want to do. That's what someone's trying to do within themselves, but they see it as like evil. So maybe there'll be some identifying for someone of what is it? Who is this entity, this person that is causing a rivalry within relationships for you? Is there a name to it? Now that's something you could be thinking about that's going to go into September in the background. It makes you like in your roots, in yourself, in your idea of what is truly who you are in your family. Want to walk lightly on that. So this is, again, a creative passion and drive that you have. That will be what will happen next and what is being trained. See nature. So it's like a tree. You might study more on your ancestry. You might learn more about your family. You might learn about, that's what maybe someone who you love in relationships are going to be doing, getting into like their roots of who they are and where is those demons coming from. It's causing all this like ruckus and jealousy and rivalry and competition. 2 homes, 2 marriages, victory in one and competition in the other. A soulmate might be like a friend or your child or your mom or dad. They're kind of like trying to deal with 2 different things: parties, celebrations, weddings, marriages, homes. Maybe trying to sell 2 homes, but one is like giving you competitiveness and causing competition on it. And then the other one could be you get victory in. So if you are an actual like realtor or something, you could actually be having a victory in one sell and then another competition, whether that's within another realtor that you're dealing with that's competing with that to sell, or that the actual owner or the buyer is just, you know, giving you a hard time when you're trying to show a new passion and vision of it. Of, well, look at it like this, it would be perfect for the kid, you know, your child too would love it, and the kid loves it, but they're like, no, it's not right. But look at, you could have a big kitchen. Okay, sorry. There could be also like a grandfather that is a part of it, so it could be very, you know, has a background in money, and so it causes some issues too from that, and that could be from the family heritage, the root of from you or from someone that you love in relationships it's coming from. It could be from the background of ancestry. There could be royalty of their some sort, or like feeling like they have you know, again, this could be something you're watching, you know, and you see all this. It could be a movie that you love about relationships. Those are different options to look at. Now, I'll get serious about Aries. Let's get down to like an actual, let's say you're in a relationship. It's not going so well though, okay? Say you have a love interest. You guys are maybe have a separation at this time, and you want to know what's going to happen for you, Aries, in September. Now I'm going to try to concentrate just on Aries Sun, because again, I told you about birth charts. There's Moon, Rising, Mercury, and Venus. And Venus is actually the love planet. That's our love and money planet. So if you have Aries as your Venus, and you know that you do, this one's for you, for sure. And if you're single, or you are in a separation of the person you love, this is also could be your Aries Moon. But I really wanted to try to concentrate on just Aries Sun. Okay. Okay. Single, separation. What's going to happen in love and relationships for you? Aries Sun and Rising and Venus. There we go. For September 2025. I keep seeing an overthinking card. It's not supposed to be in there. So you're gonna go, I think that you got over heartbreak, because that flipped reverse came out. I'm gonna stop there then. You're being wooed. You're gonna have emotions of helping someone heal their heart as well. Maybe you know that someone is over healing their heart, or you're done dealing with heartbreak. And it comes from either you helping someone younger than you, and you see that and it heals you, or it could be that you're going to have action of love and romance. You want to bring that to someone to help heal their heart. I like that. The King of Swords is under that. Eight of Swords. This could be a tech. This could be a doctor, a lawyer, a cop. Behind that, emotion of healing your heart. About separation. It could be a firefighter. Judgment. Seven of Swords. Ooh, ouch. Seven of Swords is not my favorite card. It's a Gemini energy, but it doesn't have to be. But it's so you're gonna take action, and it doesn't have to be about towards someone that you're trying to go for. Because in my situation, I'm an Aries. I kind of understand what that could mean, but it can mean different ways too. For example, like my mom is going to have surgery, so in my head I think, well, I'm going to be here to help her heal, you know, heartbrokenness, possibly by being there for her. So there's judgment, and Seven of Swords is underneath that. So ooh, I'll just read what the cards mean and not overthink it. Okay, because I could do that. In the subconscious of this situation, do you feel maybe that there is there's betrayal or strategizing your thoughts or your ideas, your communication that comes off judgy? Honestly, maybe there's judgment that's made, or maybe there is something that has to be done with the courts system. When you thought you were healing and you were making moves towards emotions to heal a heartbreak. I just hope it doesn't come back to you, Aries, because someone judges you and they make you feel like you are sneaky. The devil's behind that too. That could be fear. That could be there's Capricorn energy in here. There is air, water, the world. The devil is the world, really. It's actually like about worldly ideas, and it's about, because the devil owns this playground, okay? It brings fear, and it's about lust, and it's like about toxic relationships, and there's judgment to it. Maybe you might judge someone strategizing how you want it to be fair, whether that's in legalities or that is in yourself, or you have judgment coming to you in love and relationships. Don't go and woo someone. Don't try to go emotionally love on someone, okay, that has already healed their heart or doesn't want their heart broken again. Okay, Aries? And I think that's something that you might fear and think is sneaky, and it comes off judgy, like you make a judgment call. Ah, the Emperor. The Emperor could be about cops and police academy and military, and about, you know, the control over a business. There's manifesting. I don't really like this cards, Aries. This is the best for me right now for love and relationships. You have the Sagittarius energy here too, but it's like about Aries and Sagittarius, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be something that was dealt with maybe in Christmas time or in November, early January. It has caused fear. It's a lust. It's a sexual connection, toxic relationships, and it's strategized in a sneaky way that becomes judging instead, when you were trying to manifest control and like bringing it on to make things happen into a business, and you wanted to woo somebody and you wanted to heal hearts through that. Maybe deep inside you wanted to break hearts too, to get back at somebody. That's for some of you, Aries. I'm telling you, revenge is not the way to go. Revenge, yes, it feels good at the time. It's always that good feeling like, yeah, I got you, yes, right? But in the long run, it doesn't make you feel good. Guess what? It keeps connecting you to the same shit, okay? It keeps making you go in a loophole. Round and round and round you go with either this one person that you keep on going back to, or you allow to go back to you, or you keep doing the same thing to a new relationship that you bring upon because you're still practicing the same shit that you should have been done with a while ago. That's what it sounds like a little bit to me too. I know you want to bring emotions and heal hearts, but you know that maybe you're still connected to someone that could be, that you know there'll be rivalry and jealousy to it. That you actually can see it, marriage in them too. You have something in the past you have guilty conscience about from a while ago that might need to be let go of as well. Because you know what, we shouldn't live in guilt. We don't have to sacrifice ourselves from heartbreak over and over again. Okay? Three of Swords and the Hangman. We don't have to be stuck in heartbreak. Control is also something that maybe can cause a lot of stuck enlightenment, but still makes you stuck because you keep thinking you're sacrificing yourself for love, but you're really not. You're just controlling the situation and causing more harm. Maybe you think you should control an empire, but maybe you don't deserve it yet. Sorry. Okay, so don't like try to make actions of love and romance until your heart is healed. And maybe that's something that you're going to learn too in a relationship you deal with in September as well. And maybe someone will speak to you about things that are on the table about love and relationships that has boundaries, and this is how you feel you stand for in marriage. Okay. There could be two different ways you look at it too. Like you could be like want to get married, or you're like you look at other people's marriages and one's a joke to you, and then there's another one that's like, you know, you could see that they're very proud of themselves with. So don't judge people, Aries. There's the Emperor again. It is really coming out. There's loss and guilt. Okay, so you could also be really into, maybe you're having someone you're interested into the government and about, you know, like how things need to be, and this is the law, and this is how it should be, and and it makes you feel guilty outside. Whether you're being like this or someone else is being, but there's very much control. So maybe the separation causes because you are being controlled by the military base. You have, you know, you're in a corporation, or you're in something that has control that makes it really hard for you to be able to be a part of it. So you have loss and guilt for that. To connect to the person you really want to in love. Or you're working on becoming a divine masculine, but you still feel guilty. You still have loss. Comes out. So you kind of, maybe there's dreams of like marriage and dreams of weddings, dreams of celebrations, dreams of a home. But you might be stuck into, I need to like make this happen. I need to be a divine masculine. I need to make sure I'm healing completely first until I really get serious about something. Okay. Maybe you are very impacted by your work, Aries. Coming September, that it makes it really hard for you to be able to see who you want to see and date, possibly even. Okay, I'm gonna do something to surrender for you guys. Oh, let's do marriage. I didn't do marriage. Okay, for Aries energy for September 2025. For those that are married. Maybe you have some jealousy over one of your friends that is married. That's funny. I just saw something fall out and it says procrastination. Maybe you feel like you've had, Aries, some of you, I feel there's a loss and guilt that you feel like you missed the boat in your time of life. Like you feel like, is it too late for me to ever find love? Is it too late for me to ever get married? I'm watching all my friends get married and they're happy, which kind of makes me feel jealous a little bit about when you fight over it and act like you don't want it. Someone doesn't want it. because it's procrastination, like it's being lazy about it, like nah, whatever. I get that. That's totally fine. I think that's fine, honestly. I don't feel like I do, you know, they say the saying is that we were Adam and Eve, we came as two, but what if not? You know, what if like your gift of life sometimes is just connecting to certain people and have these beautiful stories that you can share for the rest of your life with those that you've connected to. Now, my son, I need to give him more of a, because I see him and I understand, I don't want him to have a confusion, so I don't bring anyone in my life. As a single woman, I don't bring men in my life around him because I don't want to confuse him because he doesn't understand yet of what I've known and what I've been through, which is a lot of stuff, like a lot of relationships, a lot of learning about myself as well. And honestly, if I could just find companionships that are masculine energies that are good for my son and I, and it doesn't work out that I get married, okay, it is what it is, because I want to be a healer. I want to help others, and I find that jealousy gets in the way with that sometimes. Other things I love, or I just need to find someone that's a lot like me that can handle that. I think I'm just really picky too. Anyway, sorry, enough about me. Also, something I could see is that there might be, you get too caught up into control, Aries, that you could, or someone does, that you're interested in, that you're like, you're too much. But you don't really know that actually they're divine masculine, getting prepared to become the divine masculine, which is, that's what divine masculines are. They run an enterprise. They have money. They have abundance of practicality they can give you, and they are structured. And yeah, sometimes they don't show the emotions that they need to, or you think that they need to show more. But sometimes there's a time for everything. And when an emperor like runs, you know, the ship or everything, I mean, that's what a true masculine divine, for me, and what I've studied is, and what I believe, and what I've seen not is, and what I've seen in people, I'm like, yeah, that is a divine masculine, is being able to feel like chivalry, knows when to control the emotions, and for others to help. Okay, we're gonna take care of this. Like, hey, James, you gotta go over here and do this. Okay, you do this. And like when things go down, you know, there has to be control over the situation. You know, doesn't mean it has to be mean and like, you know, using control in a wrong way. It's by dedicating to provide for everyone involved and being honoring and loyal and loving, and you know, that's, and has many hands in a lot of things, financially and home wise, and you know, so there's building on that. So don't be discouraged when you see someone that you have interest in doing that and feel like it's sneaky. Maybe because you're not used to what you deserve. That's something else to look at. Or maybe that's what you are, and don't be sneaky about it, because that's just who you are. Or maybe someone wants that in you. Okay, this is for marriage. I'm being called to use these cards. Aries, 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 Aries. In marriage, 2025 of September. Sorry, I just have to throw in some goofball stuff. So, of Aries energy, there is a mother working on, that's marriage, of marriage. Okay, this is being married, learning and being like finding ways to collaborate with others, of being a businesswoman, or being down to earth, being authentic, being a good mother, providing, and being like calm, collective, practical. There was death maybe, and I'm sorry, Aries, anyone that you've married, that if you lost someone, or yourself, you feel, or you lost someone in your life. You know, I'm sorry about that too. There's King of Earth. Maybe there was someone in your life, Aries, that wasn't loyal. He wasn't the man that he said he was going to be. He cheated, he lied, and he was greedy. So maybe the death of the idea of marriage is kind of upon you in September comes on, or this is what you've been dealing with in your mind. Okay, Aries, marriage. Married Aries, tell me about September 2025 energy. What is Aries? Okay. Huh. This one just keeps coming out. And it's like sideways. It's not exactly like this way or that way. So I think this is kind of like free will choice for Aries marriage, people that are married of Aries. Okay, so Six of Cups is on the subconscious of you or someone that you're married to, okay? It's about childhood memories. And it makes you not sure if you should stand your ground and hold back, or that they should, or they should release and finally just allow it to be what it is. And I don't know, let's find a little bit more about that, because okay, there's loss and guilt behind that. And ooh, 5, there's 5. Okay, so marriage could be affected by the past childhood memories, or you know, run into someone that they knew, and then it causes this, like, your marriage to maybe altercate, like you start seeing them holding themselves back from their well-being because maybe there was memories that get brought up in September about what made them feel like they have loss and guilt for, and that they had to walk away from. Okay. And it could have been a child that they had to deal with, or that they, you know, that they walked away from. Or when there was a new opportunity of, I feel like it is. I feel like it's like, it can either be like in a marriage in September, Aries, the person you're married to kind of looks back at like someone they've known since they were a child, okay? Emotions are there. And in this card, it's very much about weeping, and it was about purity. And it's reflecting off of the purity of childhood memories. And no one wants to see it. Like, you don't want people to see you, but it's there, hidden. And it's very wobbly on the idea of, should I stand my ground and hold back of how I feel and hold on to this? Or should I just be like, take what I got and deal with this and make it either completion done? Because in the past it looks like there was a lot of wanting someone to maybe even go away, maybe even travel away from you, or there's emotions where it makes you feel like you're watching someone leave, and it makes you feel guilty, and it sucks. Yeah, loss and guilt. Lots of that right there in the background. Sorry about that, Aries. So let me give you advice for that. For anyone that might be, oh, maybe one of these too. Aries, married Aries. Married Aries. You know, have you ever heard of spiritual marriage? Where you're actually not married to, like, through the government. You're not, like, married. Maybe you're not even together. But there's, like, this vow that, like, is made between you and someone else. Could be just a friend even. But you've known them forever. They're, like, your childhood best friend. Or they bring childhood feelings back to you. But you don't want to show that? Give me a little of that too. That's a spiritual union. That's where you're connected where you can't see it. It's not actually like 3D, which 3D, yes, those words are blah, blah, blah. 3D just means in the real world of what we see it society way, you know? Through paper and through government and through, we got the vows in the traditional way. It's like you knew you guys were meant to be together even if you're not together, and so there's that spiritual union of marriage. There's a lot of that out there in the world. Okay, for married Aries, September. Okay, so this to me, I could connect to what I just said about married Aries, okay? I think you need to do really good at allow someone to talk. Allow them to talk very deep about things that really hurt them from the past. Childhood memories, possibly even. And you also want to let them know that, like, when you stand your ground, though, you get a little, and I get it, I want to listen to you. And I'm trying to be able, I've learned a skill of doing nothing about it because it just makes my life easier with you. But, so maybe there could be a fight too with both sides. All time can be me time. So it's like, me. There could be some narcissism into the marriage, okay? But you know you need to. You need to do that for either for someone that you're dealing with, even when you're married, okay? And maybe you want to teach someone that. I don't know if that's the healthiest thing to do, though. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not married. I'm like, do nothing? The skill of doing nothing? All time can be me time if you just listen deeply to others. Okay. Just listen, and then they'll get it all out, and then I could be able to do my own time again. That makes sense, because Aries are, especially if you're Aries Venus, that makes sense a lot, because Aries are very independent, and they are very, they like their freedom. Well, that's Sagittarius, but Aries do, like, they're very stubborn, and they really do like to do what they want to do, you know? They don't even see it as they're being wrong for it, because if it makes you happy, you know, it can't be that bad. But does it make you happy? That's a good question, right? Okay. One more for Aries. This is going to be what to surrender. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I always have my natural advice to go with you, but because I guess I've never been married, I don't know what to tell you about that. So I'll let Spirit do it. Okay, this is Aries. Aries 2025 September. Of what I just said, what advice can I give them, please, to connect to this? Okay, so surrender the habit of people pleasing is in your subconscious of what you need to do is stop people pleasing, or your marriage stop people pleasing everybody else. Or, yeah, that's what I hear. I hear, you know, there's us, and then there's us, and then there's them, everybody else, okay? And what comes out is surrendering your ego. So the communication needs to be of not using communication with ego. Maybe you need to help someone understand, like, in the marriage, that whether it's you or the other, or both of you guys, don't hurt your relationship over other people because you want to make them happy, okay? Do what you need to do what's right for your relationship and your marriage. Stand your ground with the person you love because you chose them. That's marriage. And that will help the ego drop by allowing, not like, well, you know, but we have to do this, babe. We have to go blah, 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 because it's really important. And then your other person's like, can we not? Can we just hold back? Maybe they're dealing with some things that you don't know deep inside that they need to deal with, and they need you there for them. Okay, so just note that. And then you might see an ego come out of it if you keep trying to do that habit of people pleasing. You know, then the ego comes out. Then the communication gets all like, well, you know what? No. Oh, look at that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it could bring out the ego in you or the other person. So that's where that comes from, resentment. When you keep trying to make everybody else happy, it's okay to break away from that. So the other person cannot have stress. They need a feeling, or you or your guys both in that relationship, stop trying to please everyone outside of the relationship. Start working on doing work within the relationship together. Hold back financially or hold back your well-being because it's causing the marriage to kind of have some alterations. I'm not saying the end of anything. I'm just seeing that this could happen up in September, okay? So those little note to selves in Aries marriage, just note that, like, this stress actually can cause more by adding more people to the relationship when it just needs to be about you two. And it might be hard because it's a habit, and habits get formed that become toxic even if they aren't meant to be toxic in the beginning, okay? It becomes something you don't maybe even realize you do, but just think about it when you see your other person, or you see your relationship start getting really tight and like, it's because really actually we need to hold ground, and we need to work on us and our well-being and our home, our structure, get this good, and then go back out to help others, you know. Or financially could be another part, you know. It could look greedy, but it's because someone's stressing about childhood memories that are haunting them from the past. It could be also a way of someone makes them feel like they're able to keep going if they do that. Yeah, because somebody needs to be completely healed. So any stress it causes in the relationship with what I've talked about, and it could be a comparison to other marriage too, Aries, okay? Or the idea of another marriage and trying to like keep up with the Joneses kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that saying means like, oh, our friends or our, you know, people we hang out with, we've got to look and act like them too, because then we're not accepted, you know, that kind of thing. But there needs to be healing. And there could have been a death in the other marriage too, so you know, maybe you feel like you want to give a lot into that, but sometimes some people just, you know, letting them know you'll be there, and anytime they need you, you will be, is all they need sometimes. surrender your addictions to stress. Maybe some of you guys like the stress feeling. It's an actual thing. People really actually can get addicted to stress. Like, okay, things aren't intense enough. We're not doing enough. We need to do more. When things can be like, just relax. We don't need to do nothing. You know, that kind of thing. But Aries they're driven, they're forceful. They're like, oh no, I gotta make more moves. I gotta do more. You know what I mean? Okay, I like the marriage one. That was fun with Aries. I'm moving on now. So, Taurus. Let's do Taurus. Ready for Taurus? September 2025. Taurus energy. Please come out for love and relationships. Jeez, you know what? The 4 just keeps coming out. I'm trying to find the paper for 4 because I have a lot of descriptions of what 4 is, but I don't. Well, I have 6-6 and 4-4 Taurus. Okay, again, this could be sun, moon, rising, so if this doesn't resonate, then check out your other parts in your birth chart. I'm going to do a topic about that after Taurus. A little small topic time. 6 and 6, so 6 plus 6 is 12, and that makes 3. So it could be victory in femininity energies. It could also be like giving time and effort and well-being and love. 2 people are doing this, or you're giving into 2 different people. You're giving a lot. Maybe in love, in a relationship you're in, you both give a lot to 2 different homes, or into the idea of marriage. Okay, let's keep going. Which one should I use? Taurus. Someone pregnant? I see fertility. Aww. I feel like if this is anyone that is in love relationship with a Taurus energy and they are pregnant, I feel like it really heals the heart about femininity, about being a woman. That's beautiful. And also the Taurus energy could be about like, I'm working on healing this part of me that I know I give in birth. And, you know, don't feel like you have to do it alone, because it's going to be celebrated through the obstacles and challenges through it. Okay? You'll be supported. Back to 6. So there'll be victory, okay? Victory in 2 different ways in coming in September in love and relationships, whether that's within yourself and others, whether that's in a relationship, you know, that's you're closest to. But there's more than one that in about you, Taurus, that you feel about others. And if you don't know that, I'm telling you, in September, that's what's going to be going on. And it's about feminine energy. It could be also about Mother Nature too. It could be about the beauty of the world and earth and being part of the abundance. It could be about a great grandma that you just love, and she's just always been unconditional, and just she has the enterprise and she keeps everything good. I mean, this is also fertility. This can be the divine feminine Taurus energy as well. So in love and relationships, you can be that. But it comes off though you suffer in silence. You don't tell people how you feel about that. You do it all by yourself. So they party. They rejoice while you take time out. and deal with the obstacles and challenges in that love and relationships that's broken. There's emotional withdrawal from someone that deals with this with you. Okay, Taurus energy. Tell me a little bit more, please. I should probably stop there. You are the light, though, Taurus. Someone has light in the love will direct you where to go in that feeling. You have light in you. When people put light in you with love and relationships, Taurus, allow it to happen, okay? When you go out into nature or you go see something beautiful that's just magnificent to stare upon, you know, that's the light and you love it. That's your feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. So there's still obstacles and challenges through it, but you want to celebrate. I don't think you're ready yet, though. Someone suffers in silence, though, next to you with that. Whether that's you or someone. I'm sorry. A little bit more for Taurus. Now, that was like... Now, again, two people should be feeling victory, Taurus, in this about 2 homes. Maybe you will own 2 homes. Maybe you will find victory in feeling like there's 2 different celebrations that you're going to be a part of, that you find, you know, people that you love. Huh. I have to connect a puzzle. Are you who you are? Okay. This can happen on the 12th and also 16th. And the 19th you're going to experience something withdrawing when you're like, what do you mean? This is beautiful. Isn't this amazing? Why are you not happy? But you celebrate anyways. While someone suffers in silence. That's not very nice. I hope that's not you. And I hope that if that's happening, that anybody you love, you can help them through that. If it's meant to be. You probably know more of a background of that than I do. Taurus energy. So the 12th is going to be affected. The 6th can be something that shows a completion of home or masculine energy involved that brings victory. On the 10th and then also on the 20th could bring another victory of another idea of home, and actually maybe bring it all together. That would make it last longer. Make the actual marriage or the love of the idea last forever. Okay? Because 2 people need to start getting into the relationship together of the idea of the home. That will make it last forever. The balance. Shadow. There's Virgo energy here, but doesn't have to be Taurus. Patience and planning. 7. Okay. So shadow work needs to be done. Someone needs to work on themselves because there's still heartache and loss behind that, okay? September. Let me use different cards. Taurus energy. Jeez, that was fast. 6 of Cups. Okay. Did I talk about that? I did. But that was actually for Aries, for marriage. I'm talking about Taurus now. 6 of Cups, because that just came out. So maybe Aries, you could be connected to a Taurus or some sort, or that's in your chart. But whether it be or not, it's still energy that's out there. And it's just about love and relationships. I didn't really say September 2025 though, but it did connect for Aries. So I'll just go on about this. But you know, at some point, 13th, the 13th. So in between this time, when it all kind of feels like it balances itself out, well, there's completion of love, of ideas of a relationship, or it brings you guys together amazingly. there needs to be like looking upon your past relationships or your childhood ideas. There needs to be more time and effort of looking back at childhood friends or childhood emotions that needs to be looked upon. Spending time and making them have better well-being in themselves. Healing and kind of quieting the mind would be really good too as well, Taurus. Because the world is causing loss and grief. Like cycles that have been happening for years for you, possibly to Taurus, in love and relationships. It causes loss and guilt because it's international. Someone maybe travels or lives far away or has to go, or maybe they're different nationality than you, or they just live far away. You're going to move forward though eventually to that. You're going to find your divine masculine in you or someone, and that's going to bring you good stuff. There's the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups with the Emperor. Remember I told you the Emperor could be controlling, yes, and it could be also government. I do see worlds, so Taurus, this could be a big one. It's like, am I losing out because the world's going to shit? But actually no, it's not. And in September, it's actually finding your divine masculine energy will make you maybe want to be more of, I want a happy emotions everywhere. I want everyone to be happy. I want a happy village, town, community. I want my family. I want all of us to be part of this. I want all of us to emotionally be a part of something that I have built for us. There's Gemini energy and there's Leo energy. This is, doesn't have to be though, okay? The Lovers and Strength. It's beautiful. Moving forward, you will move forward in your relationship. You will move forward. You will either by healing the dark and the light within yourself, or the relationship, or the idea of love. I think someone will finally, maybe if you can open up yourself, Taurus, to someone that you can trust, that you've known for a long time, and tell them how you really feel, then things can maybe be seen as what it really is, that's been going on for a long time, and then maybe being appreciated of what you have and what someone is, or of the government, or who you stand by in the ideas of love that has emotionally fulfilled everyone, you know. And that's a choice that you have to have courage in. That someone had to have a choice of courage. It's very complex. Interesting. Because there's a new beginning of something, of abundance, of money, of a job opportunity, but it was lost. Underneath that, I want to let you know, and I think that makes someone feel bad. Or maybe the idea of it being long lasting was lost in the past. But this September looks better for you with the idea of love and relationships, Taurus. It does look like that someone will find the victory in marriage, or in the idea of celebrating together, or in the masculinity, like seize your masculine energy, or you see it in someone. There's like construction work down there, sorry. And they just seem to live through it all, don't they? Yeah, because they're emotionally fulfilled. Isn't that amazing how that happens? All on their own. And they're tired of faking it. They don't want to lie anymore. You're going to find out about it. All the strategic ways of the thoughts. It's going to come out. Now, she hasn't felt like, if you're masculine, she she hasn't felt like herself, and she's gonna work on that. There's still loss and guilt of the Ten of Cups and Lovers, Strength, Page of Cups. So take her on a date, Taurus. Take someone you love out on a date. Be sincere. Be apologetic. Give emotions. It doesn't have to be a lot sometimes. Coming up September, that just shows you care. Okay. Sometimes coming up September, that just shows you care. Okay. You also don't want to self-sabotage something, so apologizing might be a good idea to do in September, or someone needs to do that for you because you're tired. You guys need to break out of the toxicity. Whatever in September, it could come from the past, but it is now. No longer will be making fast moves that are jolting and impulsive and direct, you know, because you're gonna try to heal that the toxicity. Don't let it keep coming back into the relationship, because someone will explain to you how they really feel. It'll come out that there wasn't a new beginning of love, that they didn't feel they loved themselves, that they maybe didn't deserve that new beginning of love, and they don't want to fight about it. They don't want to fight. They feel defeated, like, or maybe they keep on bringing it up to talk about, but they don't have action to direct towards that, and can't make quick moves, like, you know, that you feel like should be directed. Well, can't you just do it? You know, like, it needs to be like, no, I can't, because I don't feel it anymore. I want to. Yes, I'm supposed to be feeling that way, but I don't want to. Ten of Pentacles is behind that, so September, it could be like, there's a lot of giving. It's like you have all of this, you have everything, you have legacy, Taurus, and then, but either someone's gonna be complaining about, but I don't have enough, I don't, you know, or Mother Nature is getting, maybe the beauty of nature, or like the feminine energy is not feeling it. Like, it's just either, if that's in you, it's gonna be harder to feel that. Maybe it doesn't feel pretty, doesn't feel womanly anymore. And the doctor tells her this, or a cop lets them know, or lets you know, because the Tower is behind that. So be careful in September of not crashing. Okay. Be careful of accidents. Don't make too much direct. That's really mean and cruel. Because you can line yourself up in jail, or you can actually just self-sabotage what love you have for someone, or someone feels the same, you know. That's something to watch out for. Don't make direct moves because your thoughts feel that way. Or don't hold yourself back when you need to be direct in your actions. Maybe someone needs to be someone needs to be told something. You might not feel like they should, but it will heal them. If it's dealt with something in nature, involved with nature, I don't know, I'm feeling that way because I got the King of Swords. The King of Swords could be military, it could be a pilot, it could be also like a fireman, a cop, an artist, a singer even. It doesn't bring peace, and it's maybe what's supposed to be beautiful of nature and what they're surrounded by is not giving that what it should. That's interesting. It's not like it has planted a seed that hasn't been grown, that needs to be done. It's not finalized, like it still needs to go through more, but it's having a hard time with that. So it needs to be nurtured. Whether that's your business, Taurus, or like a person in your life. And you might hear from a doctor too. And the Tower. So, everything's gonna be okay. There's the King of Swords again. Justice. If this isn't spiritual things, Taurus, then this is actual real life crap that's going on. Either your subconscious wants to make things fair and equal and just. Like, this is how it should be. And over someone that is a police officer or a detective or pilot. This is in love and relationships. It could be a little bit harsh. But maybe that'd be you, Taurus, coming out to say like, no, we need legalities. We need to like make this right. Maybe there's marriage now. Maybe you're like, let's make this marriage happen. Let's be logical about this. And the King of Swords doesn't always have to be like that. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And the King of Swords gets, the swords get a lot of ruckus. They get a lot of in cards, but it doesn't have to be, because honestly, King of Swords also could be a very logical person that's very intelligent, that likes to use their mind and make right thoughts about things that needs to be fair. Now it's Libra energy here too. Again, there's back to the Nine of Cups. Taurus, someone needs to have emotional fulfillment on their own, because it keeps feeling isolated and stuck and imprisonated. Are you trying? September, please don't tell me you would be someone that would like to get someone to go to jail. I mean, if they have all the right that they need to, like, they have done injustice things to people that you love, I get it. But look within yourself first. Don't self-sabotage someone else from allowing them to have emotional fulfillment. And don't have emotional fulfillment over hurting other people. That's fucked up. Because you're not God, okay? We're not God. We're not here to lay the law down. Cops do that, yes. Cops are supposed to do that. That's their job. Detectives, that's what they do. They get paid for it. They went to school for it. Being your own personal little detective, fine, that's okay. But like, don't hurt people doing that. Are you doing it because you have like something in the background of your mind of like, I'm gonna get to them? That's not right. You know, maybe if you do, you're trying to help someone that's a family member or a friend that, you know, someone's doing them wrong, and you're trying to help them get what's deserved. That makes sense. I get that, totally. Or maybe from the past, you've experienced somebody that, you know, yeah, this is what has to happen. You have to go through this. But what comes out is emotional fulfillment all on your own. I don't know about that. That's kind of fucked up. Okay, I'll stop looking at it so negative. It could also be in the subconscious, Taurus, about love. You need legalities to be signed, and you want to make it fair and right. And you're going to have to be logical about it and smart, okay? In love and relationships. Because the subconscious of what's been self-sabotaged, again, I still look at that wrong. How can I look at this not wrong? I just do. Subconsciously, Eight of Swords. You know what? This is jail time. This is the card of isolation, and this is about self-sabotaging relationships. This is about like, oh, no, I don't want to see anything of what I'm doing wrong, and I'm just going to add all of these swords, which, what do swords do? They cut you, right? They kill. Okay, so there's of the mind of the thoughts. If it's not actually in physical reality, which I think is more in the mind here, is self-sabotaging. You make it look like it's an emotional fulfillment. Do you feel like somebody having emotional fulfillment all on their own and they're feeling so good about life that actually that's self-sabotaging or isolating. I don't know about that still. Okay, so anyway, maybe you feel like someone is having a hard time on justifying or having the idea of marriage. That's fair, because they have someone else that they keep in their lives. That lawyer keeps giving them that idea. Let's make this right. Let's put this in paper. Yeah, because it's self-sabotaging. I want emotional fulfillment all on my own. You feel like it's being self-sabotaging by trying to have happiness and love all on their own without you, possibly. Like, I can do this on my own. I'm gonna enjoy life all on my own, and you think it's self-sabotaging. That could be another way of looking at it. The internet of people, notice strangers. It could be a little bit of spying and doing nothing about it. Knowing they're being spied on, knowing you're being spied on and you have no idea, but you do nothing about it. Noticing strangers, you do nothing about it. It might be something for you to think about. You might be told that this September as well, Taurus, is that, like, you know what? You need to calm down. You need to sign some papers. Or you know that while you're signing these papers that you have to be logical about what a policeman says, about what a man says that's being very cutthroat, logical. This is the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I am getting emotional fulfillment by going to jail. No, I am good when I self-sabotage myself. I have a great skill of doing nothing. I don't need to do anything. And then what happens is the healing, I heal by, like, my authenticity is through the internet of people and noticing strangers. I like to pay attention to other people. It's fun for me. So it could be something you love to do, Taurus. I shouldn't bash you on that if you are an actual cop, or maybe you're a detective, or maybe you want to do that. You enjoy doing it. I mean, I have a part of me. I love watching true crime stories, and I'm actually, it's like kind of like my dark part of me is like, I love to watch it because I'm just fascinated by it. Maybe I like to be a detective myself. I like to find out, like, how did someone become so evil and dark? And how did they get those motherfuckers off the streets, you know? Because that's just evil. I just can't stand that, but I think that's where it comes from. And, like, I should have been a detective. Taurus, just be careful. And then if you're doing nothing about it in relationships, you might be working on, maybe you need to get help healing with people that are actually strangers you might meet, and they come from the internet. They might help you with that, with love and relationships. Like watching, I find it might be good for you too, Taurus, is to, like, watch things that could heal your heart. You know, help you not to self-sabotage things. Maybe, Taurus, ideas of, like, watching things of success stories of people that have come out of being impersonated and isolated on their own, and found a way to get out of it and have a good life. Don't be jealous. I'm sorry, the Taurus energy I get a lot right now is a lot of and whether that could be you in love with someone that is like that, okay? So I'm not saying it's all you. It could be that of others, you know, around you. Someone could be paranoid a little bit too. Okay. September 2025 for Taurus. This is going to be for those that are separated from the person they love, or single, or looking to mingle. Taurus energy for September 2025. Here we go. So either you're going to meet someone, or you are going to reconnect to someone, or it could be about you being this person. The subconscious comes from King of Wands. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, and King of Wands is the masculine energy that's about force and drive and passion and like, I'm gonna get it and until I get it. I'm sexy. Yeah, you know, come here, baby, come here. Come on, you want this, you know you do. And it's courageous, and it comes off in the world courageous, and it's pride, and it's just like arrogant. It could be arrogant. Leo is not arrogant all the time, but the true Leo strength is about being proud and bringing joy and bliss and happiness, and can handle things. Okay, and you might experience where you don't want to collaborate with others, and someone doesn't want to apologize, or it's like fine, or a child could be cold and calculated and kind of rude and quiet, because the collaboration of working with others wasn't correct. Practically, it was done in a kind of in a wrong way. You still have pride though, or someone does, in separation. There's compatibility, and so you could be compatibility towards your own self that's like fighting against having boundaries and being nurturing and being loving, and competing against that of someone that is of you and yourself, that is forceful, makes passion ideas and wants to drive through. That's where it comes from. But what comes out is pride and courage, and looks like you want to heal things that aren't being collaborated by others. People don't want to work with that situation, or you don't want to, and there's an apology, or there's like a child that's cold and shy and sad. Well, Taurus, if you have a relationship that you're separated from, let me tell you something that I see beautiful in you, okay? Even though there's like some ruckus in here for September. I feel like past some things that has happened that causes you to feel like you can't be that passionate person. You know, if they don't want to work with you with that, oh well, I don't know. Like, I just feel like the King of Cups is one of my favorite cards. That's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy, okay? Doesn't have to be, but it's a masculine, it's a father figure. It is in the brackets of, if we want to say it, 30s to 40s, 50s, okay? So if there's like comparison or a rivalry, or, you know, games being played that like defeat of all costs towards an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius masculine energy that's driven, passionate, sexual, that kind of thing, right? I find that needs to be a balance. And that might happen in September, that subconsciously you know that you need to balance that drive and that passion and that creativity and kind of that in you with your emotions and boundaries that you could set for maybe a child. You know, because it comes out courage, but sometimes it can be pride. Because I feel like you've been sacrificing for a businesswoman or a woman that is authentic, or a mother. You're stuck. There's a mother that makes you stuck, but you have boundaries in love. Or like a businesswoman, or someone that's very authentic and real and down to earth. So you can come off a little bit more instead like prideful and more like, yeah, hey, you know what I mean? Which doesn't look as hot, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that, for honestly. And if you experience that, there's that Five of Swords again, keeps coming out. It's gonna bring loss and guilt. So loss, well, that ain't go nowhere. Don't try to get people in trouble though. Like, that's just, you know, unless you're caught, then that's what you gotta do. But if you're not, like, in love and relationships, Taurus, like, I really feel like you need to help someone bring out their love of boundaries, and it's okay, and don't defeat that by trying to turn them into something they're not, you know. And maybe if you see that, then walk away. Then you lose. Oh well, there's a lot of people out in this world. There's 2 billion people, and I think there's more than that now. There are so many fucking people in this world. Like, there are so many people in this world. Like, I feel like people forget how many people are in this world. We can get so caught into our own little world. Like, this is it. This is all we got right here. No, we don't. And yes, internet is scary, but I'll tell you, there are some success stories of internet connections of love. You never fucking know. You just never know. And when you get connected to someone, think about, why am I connected to this person? Am I really in love? Like, first, love yourself. Amen to that, okay? True story. If you don't love yourself, do you even know what love is? Okay, that's the biggest question for anything about this at all. Like, I have to start with that. Love. Do you know what love is? Because we could be grown up in our lives thinking we knew what love was, and it wasn't love. No, my mom and dad love me. Oh, they spent all their time like working and not spending any time with you, and you spent most of the time with a nanny. That's love? No, that's not. Okay, there's another way of looking at love. Oh, well, no, I'm love. My daddy likes to make me bring him a beer every day, and I've got to do all the chores and stuff, and mom, you know, like, she's crying over there, and, you know, they fight a lot, but they love me. You know, that's not really love. Okay. Love is unconditional, and it's not prideful. It doesn't boast about each other. It looks for the good and not the bad. It always has faith. It always has hope, and it always wins. Real love always wins, and it has patience. And of course, we can add to that now, because that's my favorite verse in the Bible. Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, and I will always believe in that. I will always believe in that's true love. And I can add to that now what I know what love is, because love is also, it's not blind, it's not fear, and it's not, oh, love hurts. No, love doesn't hurt, okay? I'll say this over and over again. Love does not hurt. Fear hurts. Believing and hoping in someone else that doesn't give it back to you hurts. But that's not your fault. If you love yourself enough, you would see that and you would know, like, okay, well, they don't love me. Well, that really sucks, because, man, I really felt connected to them. And you know what? Maybe they did too. Or sometimes people just are really good at playing games and making your heart pitter patter because they know exactly what to say, and you allow that to happen. Now that is That's not real love. People can find love and connect themselves, and this is called a trauma bond, where we've been through so much. We have to hold on to each other. Don't let go. This is so much love. We are bonded. This is what's meant to be. We're going to go through the shit and everything together, and we're going to do toxic things together, and we might even do it to each other. That's not real love. I'm sorry. That's not love. That's not the actual real love. Love is unconditional. Love would leave you if they knew that they were hurting you. If they knew that that would damage what your dreams and your beliefs are in life. Like, that's real love. And that's hard to do when you love someone, because you want that. Because you want that person in your life. But if they're not ready for you, if they're not ready for your love, like you have all this love to give and you want it to give to this person right here, and you're like, I got it all for you, baby. Like, I seriously, you have the package. You worked on yourself, you healed, and then you come into it and then you're like, oh, here's a picture of us. I put it in a frame. You know, like, why? Why would you stay with someone like that? Like, there are so many people in the world. So many. It doesn't mean you have to go through all of them either, okay? It doesn't mean you have to date like 5 million guys. I also believe in fate, and I'm not saying that you sit in your house and you think it's gonna come to me someday. No, that doesn't happen. You have to have actions. I believe that love is within yourself, and when you do things that you love to do, that you never thought you could do, and you prove to yourself that you can, you get through those challenges that you wish you had someone next to you to cuddle you and make you feel better about yourself. You did it on your own. And of course, we can't do everything on our own. We need a village to make each one of us fucking amazing, okay? We need a village of love and support to make us an amazing human being. And that goes within each one of us. We're all supposed to collaborate and work on that together. We're all supposed to learn about, by working with each other, to build upon ourselves individually and together as a community, right? And that's like in a bigger picture. But what I'm saying is, when you do those things you love to do, you like, you know what, I've always wanted to paint, or I've always wanted to go to Paris, or I've always wanted to, you know, or my vision of my love is my son, which is mine, and my vision, I have a vision. Do I expect it to go exactly how it will go? No, but I'm going to keep doing what I need to do for my son and I in love, and try to do the best I can, you know, and learn from my mistakes, and not put it on anybody else and say it's me, but at the same time, don't make myself feel guilty and feel like I'm a loser because I didn't do everything right. Because if I live in that, then I will never love myself truly, and I deserve love. And I have to start with me first, as well as I'm trying to teach my son that. So I don't want him to be surrounded by people that will make him not feel that. You know? Okay, sorry. That was my topic, I guess. I'm gonna stop there because I think I have to get ready for work. And so Aries and Taurus, I didn't give you advice though. I think, so the 3 of Pentacles honestly was reversed, Taurus, in your love and relationships in September. Which means that you might find yourself or someone that you love in relationships not collaborating with you, doesn't want to work with you on a well-being idea. If you can find a way to start collaborating with teamwork and find a way that works for everybody together, reading and asking questions and coming up with the common means of what will be a new financial or career opportunity or manifestation or abundance or a strategy, it will cause all the heavy burden on someone, but it also can make it stop and make it done, because it's been a lot on someone. It's going to be rivalry towards a child, maybe possibly though, that gonna hurt them, or it's going to it's gonna hurt a lot when you accept a date and move on. or actually be sincere. And the message might fucking hurt you. To be apologetic, it might hurt you a little bit, but collaborating and working and learning and reading and working together, like all together, you know, in love and relationships is the way to be, because you'll keep, I feel like there's gonna be like bricks that you keep just like me running into with love and relationships when it comes to like now I'm talking about relationships that are separated and, you know, those uncertainty ones. I'm not talking about the healthy Taurus love relationships. And then even those, this can be like very dramatic of how I'm saying it. It can be very light too for relationships that are successful and healthy. This could be a very light subject, okay? Just something to think about, that when there needs to be collaboration and an apology, or let's make that date happen. Can we just collaborate and let's come together? You know, that's something that obviously we can never push people. It's not in our will to be God. We're not God, okay? We could be like God. We could be Jesus of some sort, which I don't even think anyone in this world could be like Jesus. I mean, he was the most powerful prophet, you know, like he's Son of God. I mean, but if you could try to be as much like him, I think we're all on a good, we'd be on a good trail of good life. Except that is a lot of suffering. Jesus suffered big time for us to leave this world, sharing all the things that they try to shun him for, and that will happen a lot with people that are trying to be of light and love and give miracles. But I just also want to say to anyone that is as well as a healer and has love in their heart to give to others, don't let anyone take that from you, and don't hide it, because that is your gift. And if you know that it is your gift, don't be scared of the world to diminish that from you, because if we all do it together more and more, we're all going to be more powerful of communication and connection that will help the rest of the world. Okay? Because we all want to have peace and love, babies. Can't we all just get along? I have no joke. All right, much love. I'm going to get off and help others in love. Watch out, protect people. That's what I see as well, Taurus. I know that's what you want to do, so I just feel like I need to do Taurus marriage, because I didn't do that. I just stopped. I think I got like caught up in what I was saying. Okay, one more. This is for Taurus that are married. Taurus in September 2025. Marriage, please. Tell me what that looks like in love and relationships for marriage. People, Taurus energy that is married. How is the energy going to be in their relationship this September 2025? The cards got all crazy. That's a lot. King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, that's okay. So, in your subconscious or in the relationship you have in your marriage, there could be, now if this is someone outside of it, you could find someone really good looking, or you want to be that, and that's your subconscious of being driven and hot and sexy and come on, baby. What comes out is like, causes maybe some people overthink, but you don't. And whatever like has died, it resurrects it. It hasn't died yet, even though you thought it did. And it makes somebody angry, or really you look at someone that is slutty. Maybe it brings out a slut in someone, or it makes someone not feel confident in themselves or not beautiful. You don't care about the past and all the childhood memories, and you become very impatient. And you don't want to work on it. That's very arrogant. I'm sorry. That's so rude. I said that, didn't I, out loud? So before that, someone had to be quiet about children or the idea of clarity of what they wanted, because they were working on their shadow work. And then they wanted to like bring out the subconscious comes from, so maybe there's like a ways of maybe doing things a little bit wrong, like not as good as they should be doing it. Maybe they see others in from your relationship that's not healthy, and it's like looking back at of what they've been doing, and there's the overthinking. So that was so weird because that was actually reversed and now it's not. So the other could be overthinking. That's where it comes from. Overthinking about, I need to be a loyal, good woman. I need to be a businesswoman. I need to be authentic, patient. And they become an impulsive idea and action that's like of directness, that is about exploring something else that's out there. And it becomes an impulsive action that becomes passionate and impulsive move that brings a tower. Destroys things in the marriage. Someone overthinks about something. Death was behind that. And also the Queen of Wands that was upright. It's really trying to take that time of starting over from zero, because someone is still dealing with death. And it was brought out with someone that they maybe remember themselves that was confident and passionate and had drive and visions and creative and beautiful and warm and lovable and popular, and just people were just magnetic to him. And you want death of that. I hope you wouldn't want to hurt somebody because of it. But there was death, and that might be causing the issue of overthinking that comes out in the marriage, in the and you see someone that's loyal, or you want that, but it's just direct actions that just like trying to expand ideas but waiting for it, and instead it becomes very impulsive. I want it now, and then suddenly somebody's like, this is done, I can't do this anymore. Whew. Ow. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, wow, tell me more about that. I wonder what the Tower is about. Now, the Tower could be for so many different people. So the Tower is basically Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be a Scorpio. It's about tearing it down. Now, this could be emotionally, mentally. This could be the actual marriage. It could be like, it could be a home. It could be the idea of the marriage or the relationship. It's like, phew. How can I even make this work with you? And you might feel that way. It's toxic. A new abundance of money, or there's judgment. So whether that is actual real judgment from judges and the government, just be careful, Taurus, okay? There's self-sabotage behind a new beginning of abundance of money, or the new beginning of idea of a long-lasting relationship. There is judgment. Whether that's you that judges or someone else does in the relationship, but that could be someone cheating on someone else. And that doesn't have to be cheating on with an actual person in person. That could be you doing something completely fucking mean, or someone does. But just remember, it can be caused also by you if you're the one that becomes crazy and fanatic and just like mean as shit, doesn't care, and you drive towards that, like, or you become really slutty, either or. Just know it comes from a feeling death of their marriage. So now, if this isn't your marriage, it could be someone you know is going through that, okay, around you. And maybe it could deter the idea of what you believe in marriage. So what can I give advice for? That's what I need to do, is give you an advice of how to deal with that. Whether that's marriage you see outside and you see that, you know, and you're like, ooh, and it makes you question your own marriage. Recovery. Opportunity. Ask your angels. I think praying is a big part of it. Someone needs to pray in the marriage, asking for the opportunity to open up from overthinking. I gotta go though, man. I want to give you more advice. Let's see. Aries Taurus for marriage. Marriage September 2025. Frustration. Surrender it. Surrender your fear of fantasy or intimacy, and surrender your need to always be right and the drama. You gotta believe in miracles. Someone needs to believe in the miracles. Believe in the miracles. Things can change, okay? And surrender the frustration and the fear of intimacy, and surrender your need to always be right. Allow someone to do what they need to do in their relationship, and don't involve it into your marriage, okay? You have a different marriage than someone else does. Help people believe there's miracles. Don't get frustrated by it. And when you see the frustration happen, it's because they need intimacy, and someone's fearful of that and doesn't want to give in. Don't look at them like a slut, and don't treat your person like a slut because of it, or angry, or not believing in themselves, you know? You don't always have to be right, Taurus. Someone doesn't always have to be right. I keep seeing non-action, so that could be part. If you're seeing anyone involved in there, it's because they don't want the drama. If you're like, come on, I want a reaction from you, well, don't do that. And if someone does it to you in marriage, don't do it. Don't allow the drama to get you. Don't allow them to frustrate you, and don't do that to others in your marriage, okay? And if the marriage is different than yours and you're experiencing, don't let it get to your marriage ideas, and don't let it soak into yours and be like, yeah, maybe this is happening in my marriage. Like, don't do that, you know? I have that too for you, so I gotta go. Bye. Oh, and I'll do later, so I have Aries, Taurus, Cancer, and Leo. So I'll do Cancer and Leo later on tonight because I have to go to work. Okay, bye.